Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Monday, October 21st, 6:14 p.m. Man, just getting over COVID. COVID whooped my ass. This is my third go around at it. The last two times, basically, I'll tell you what's changed is I have become more and more, or I guess the term less and less physically fit. I'm tired of making excuses about it. I keep saying like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do this, gonna do that. Getting back to some sort of fitness level is no longer negotiable for me. This is gonna have to happen, because this was, I mean, in the times I've had it in the past, it was like, okay, you know, I was down for like 36 hours, but then like a couple days later I was good to go. This time was like, I think I got it on like a Tuesday, and it was like Wednesday was rough, Thursday was rougher, and then the weekend came and I was just out of it. I mean, I couldn't get out of bed for a couple of days, and so it just, the only thing that's changed has been my fitness level has decreased dramatically. I can see it in myself when I make these videos. I have this big chubby face now. Before I used to have this more slender face. So, and I share it with you. Basically, it's a fun way to keep myself accountable. I mean, you know, if I don't do it, and people were to start talking crap about it, it's like, that's the kind of thing you might think that would hurt my feelings. That actually motivates me. I'm kind of sick like that. So yeah, no more excuses. I was actually out, I wasn't planning on showing it, but I was just, I was kind of thinking of like, I'm going to tell people I'm going to start exercising a little bit more. I'm not going to change this into like a fitness vlog or anything like that, but I was just going to say like, here's, some stuff, and I was going to put a little montage in there of like, me starting out slowly walking, which is the stage I'm at now. Maybe getting up to jogging here in a couple weeks, maybe getting up to running here in a few weeks. And I was out walking Lou, doing a little 1 mile walk, and get the call from Amazon offering me these 2 loads. And I took them. Am I biting off more than I can chew? I mean, I don't know. This is the first day where I felt like actually sitting up, standing up, walking around, getting ready to go drive 400 miles. So yay for that. I think I got it in me though. I've had plenty of rest. And yeah, just gonna see what the night comes. I got some questions at this point. I haven't touched a truck in like a week. How dirty is it gonna be? I think I needed fuel last time. It was kind of, I should keep better track of that. But pretty sure I'm gonna need to pick up some fuel, and then get up to DSD1, the northern part of San Diego County. I think it's like Carmel Mountain, and start running these empties up to, I think it's LGB3 up to Eastville. Doing that a couple times tonight. Then I'll probably call it a night, but got a whole bunch of stuff I need to check into and start my night. Let's get it. Yep, that's a dirty truck. So we got the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stalls for little cars, and the 1 stall over here for big cars. And I'm not one to throw my weight around, but pulled up here behind him, and he did kind of put some urgency in his step, realizing that like he's kind of taking the only spot that I can use. According to this, 7:21 is what time I'll get there. I went ahead and started that to see, did I have time to wash the truck? And I believe I do. I'm going to give this about, as long as I can get out of here in the next like 20 minutes, I'm just going to do like a C- job just so it doesn't look, you can see all that dirt up on the hood. It's been sitting for a week. Just want it to look a little bit better before I go into my night. But yeah, it is, of these 6 stalls, I know 3 of them are empty. So hopefully I get out of here on time and can go into tonight with a clean truck. So can you do a proper truck wash in less than 4 minutes? Nah, but at least it doesn't look like the truck's just been sitting for the last 7 days either. How much fuel am I getting? About 10 minutes worth. If I can get it topped off in 10 minutes, great. If not, just trying to, I took a picture of my odometer here to get this in here. I got about 10 minutes for fuel and still give me enough time to get to DSD1 by my scheduled arrival time. Let's hope I can make it happen. Moment of truth. 10 minutes of fuel was 125 gallons. I think she should be topped off. Turn down my Fleetwood Mac so I don't get a copyright strike. Yep, we're good to go, and I'll still make it to DSD1 on time. So I like sharing these interesting situations with you guys. I got one here, so just got checked into DSD1, 2 truckers ahead of me. Lou, get your leash entangled. And they're all there for empties. There's no empties. And the guy tells all 3 of us, he goes, listen, I have one out on the street. We were busy earlier today. I have one out of the street. If you can, I can't attach it to any of you guys, but if you'll go verify that it's there, I'll give it to you. First 2 guys were there before me. I give them time to act. Like, and both of them had the same attitude. They're like, I'm not gonna go look for a trailer that might not exist. So they both declined. And I asked the guy, I'm like, if I go out there and I find it, can I have it? He goes, absolutely. So I just came out here. He wrote down the trailer ID, which matches there. You can bet that my truck's attached to it up in the front there. But how far I had to walk. There's DSD1 right there. I mean, this isn't even like a quarter of a mile down here to get this trailer. And now it's mine. And I'm not saying this to gloat over the other 2 guys. I'm just talking about like attitude in general. You got a load that you want to go through and somebody asks you to walk like a quarter of a mile, possibly, and just verify that a trailer's there. You're willing to like cancel a load or have, you know, get a tow over that. I'm not willing to do that, and I'm not trying to tell this story to make myself sound so good. I just like, I mean, I was astonished. The other 2 people technically had a first chance to act on it before I did, and both of them declined. And I'm gonna be the one here leaving with the trailer, but it's back there attached to my truck. As soon as I found it, you can bet that I attached my truck to it, because I don't want either of those 2 having buyer's remorse. So like, well, he found it, let me go get it. It's not gonna happen. So I'm just going back now, tell the guy I have it, tell him it's attached to my truck, and we're gonna head on up to Eastville for this first run. And technically, yes, I could have driven to it, but my fat ass needs the step. So Lou and I are even walking back. We could have driven back. We're walking back to let him know we found it. All right, they gave me dock door 137, which I like, because this is a place where if you get a slip, they double park trailers here. And sometimes if you end up with a spot in the back and got 2 trailers on either side of you, sometimes it's difficult to get to those back spots back there like that. So I prefer a dock door here over a slip any day of the week. Just gotta get in at 137 and head on down the road. All right, halfway through the night, back at DSD1, trying to check in here a little over 2 hours early. They may tell me to just like wait, and that's cool, but gonna go in here and see if we can get a jump on this next load and hopefully end this night a little bit early. But walking in the door now, that last trailer I got, there's no hidden trailers out there, so I don't think I'm gonna be lucky like last time. But right now we got a guy backing in. He could be taking an empty, and if that's the case, I'm gonna be waiting here a while. So I got a question for you guys running for Amazon today. When is the last time you had a load that you didn't have to do a real-time selfie for? These used to be like sporadic, and I always kind of like show them as like part of the process. I almost said fart of the process there, geez. I'm still getting over the COVID. I used to show them as part of the process. I kind of stopped showing them because I just get them every single time. I mean, there was one the other night where I did that was like 3 back and forths from Sand 3 to Sand 5. I got one at every leg of the trip. It's like pull in the gate, take a real-time selfie. Half a mile later, take a real-time selfie. I've gotten one both times tonight, and I could have sworn we got an email from them saying like, hey, you know, thanks for participating in this. Moving forward, we're going to ask you to do these less. And that has not been my experience. Hey, Lou. That has not been my experience at all. It has all been, I mean, I feel like this happens every single time. And I mean, it's fine. I mean, if they want to verify that it's me and it keeps like fraud out of this and gets the people who are committing fraud, it gets them caught and gets them out of it, that's fine with me. No complaints on that. But it just like, these real-time selfies are getting a little out of control. But, yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. That's the question I'd love to know. Just got checked in, kind of trying to pull a fast one here. I'm gonna fully admit it. It's 11:55. I was not due here until 2. Got the little warning saying you're gonna arrive an hour and 40 minutes before your scheduled arrival time. I still went through with it. I'm checked in. He says he'll probably have a trailer around 1, which is cool. I'm still gonna get a jump on this load, so that's what I try to do. We'll see what happens. I mean, if they get an empty, he's got my number. He's going to call me. If I don't hear from him between now and 1 o'clock, he told me to check back in with him, and that's what's up. So anyway, just running another empty up there. I think so you guys are with me when I got fuel. I always like kind of breaking down the full numbers of everything, because I know tonight has a lot of deadhead in it. Coming back from LGB3 back to DSD1 is all deadhead, but I reset my fuel thing. Let me let this thing turn on. So far since I've gotten fuel, the trip up there with the empty, and then...
Did they fucking do that one?
Ooh, Joe Rogan. So far, 17.7 gallons of fuel burn. So from when I got fuel earlier till right now, we are at 17.7 gallons burned. So you figure I'm going to duplicate that one more time, probably get out of tonight. By the time I drive back home to the yard, we'll probably get tonight done for not in the frame, jeez. Probably get tonight done for less than 40 gallons of fuel. So I know people are always interested in like the numbers breakdown, the fuel consumption, that type of stuff. So should be right around 40 gallons of fuel when this thing's said and done. What are you doing in Mission Viejo? Well, wouldn't it be cool if I could get paid? Somebody's horn. Wouldn't it be cool if I could get paid to go home? See, part of the reason I charge so much to come up here, or I guess you'd say like that I look for loads that pay well enough to come up here, is because 80% of the time I bring a load up here, but I end up deadheading home. It's kind of hard to find connecting loads to go back home in the time frame I'm looking for. Tonight's one of those 20% nights where I was able to finagle my way into a load going from Mission Viejo back down to San 3. The ironic part to this is that, you know, Amazon's paid me pretty decently to move empty trailers from San Diego up to this area, and this load that I'm taking here going back is an empty trailer going back to that area. So it's like I don't really care what's in the trailer, as long as as long as I'm getting paid to move it. Not my job, it's not my responsibility. Battery cut out there. I don't know how much longer I have, but yeah, I don't care what's in the trailer as long as it pays for me to move it. I'm there to do it. But heading here at Mission Viejo, heading back home to San Diego now. Hello. I'm just bobtailing out.
Driver, Mr. Bro, have a nice day.
Thank you. All right, getting checked out of San 3. The whole way down here from Mission Viejo, I had my search filters dialed into looking for like a real specific load, thinking that there'd be no way that they would drop it. 6:45, they dropped it. So we're gonna go ahead and start work for this. Do a little U-turn right here. This thing should tell me I've arrived. Arrival successfully detected. Let's head in there and go get it. Man, so the whole way down here, I'm looking, whole way down from Mission Viejo, I'm looking for a real specific load. 6:45, they drop it. It's one of those move the trailer across the streets for like $100 a mile. I didn't think they would. I had those search filters dialed in to where like if they did drop it, it would show up first in my queue or in my load board type of thing. And I was excited to see it. I booked it immediately. I could make the times work. The one I just ended at 7:05. This one starts at 7:45. I'm just waiting on a trailer right now. This for sure will be it. I might have bit off more than I could chew first night back after being sick. But anyway, I'm glad how it all went down. Total on the night, I mean, I'll break down the numbers at the end. Total on the night, I think, is going to be around $1,600. You were with me when I got fuel. We are right now at 43.1 gallons burned from, I reset that when I got fuel. So that was, you know, you figure it's going to take me doing this little trip and getting back home. Let's call that 43. Let's add 5 to it and say that that's going to be around 48 gallons of fuel burned on the night. So excited about that. Always like these little kind of profitable evenings. I mean, this was 6.5 hours of driving. Yes, I've been out longer than that, but I'm just adding up the time with an Amazon trailer on my back. There's been some deadhead in there, but you know, to make this kind of money on 6.5 hours, I mean, this is 3 days of pay from my last job, and my last job paid all right. So I mean, you know, it just this work is so fulfilling to me, and it's not just the money too. I mean, it's just being able to be out here and kind of like call my own shots. You know, when I took that time off, I didn't have to call in sick to anybody. It's just like, I don't feel like working, I'm not going to work, and you know, there's no explanation needed there. It's just kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to go to work, and I'm sick, and I don't have to go and sell that story to somebody. Not that I called in sick when I was working as a pharmacist. I think I called in sick like twice in 20 years, but it just, you know, I would always, you know, having to make those calls, I hated stuff like that. But this work is just so fulfilling to me, you know, being able to do all this stuff on my own. The best part of tonight was this. I was checking in at DSD1 for that second trip that I did up north, and I walk in, and there's a guy, he's pointing at me, smiling. And we start chatting and everything. He's like, I watch you on YouTube. And it's, you know, it's so great when I run into people who pay attention to me on YouTube. That's great. You know, I mean, I feel like a dork over here, like, rival successfully detected, screenshot, let's lay the groundwork for the performance dispute and all this stuff. And you know, to find out that people like that kind of stuff, and I mean, I'm a dork, and to think that like people over there, you know, there's people out there who actually like this stuff. It's one thing hearing from them, it's a totally different experience for me getting to meet them. So Ricky, it was fantastic to meet you. If any of you guys ever see me out rolling around, feel free to stop. I'd love to chat. You know, I'm not going to put a camera in your face. Ricky was nice enough. I said, hey, you know, with your consent, of course, I'd love to tell the story on a video. I'm actually in the middle of filming one now. I'll put it in this one. And you know, he agreed. We took a picture together and everything like that. So Ricky, it was great to meet you. You know, getting to meet people who actually like these little movies that I make, or little videos that I make. I mean, it's affirming, it's rewarding to me. So it's good to meet you, man. Hope to run into you again. And if any of you guys, anybody else sees me out there, you know, feel free to say what's up. I'd love to chat. But as always, hope this video serves you well. Appreciate you for watching. Take care.